Hello, my name's Andrew Laws and welcome to this week's edition of The Filter. Remember, all the articles I'm going to talk about, you can't get the links in the show notes or in the video description. You have to subscribe to The Filter to get the links. And you can do that by going to seo.io/thefilter. Right, let's get on with the show. We've got quite a short little condensed edition of The Filter this week. I don't want to kind of overwhelm anybody with a lot of information, so just 2 articles this week, but they're both really good. The first article is a reminder of the genius of advert copywriting. There's a book which was published in the early 60s called Breakthrough Advertising, which is a must read if you're really into language and the persuasive writing around, well, writing anything, to be honest. This is the book that's the OG. It's the absolute best source. It's quite difficult to find now, but a good chunk of it, or a really interesting chunk of it, is in the link, which if you're subscribing you can click now if you like. But it's a great article, so I just thought I'd share it. It's a really easy read as well, so go for it. Next up, this is one of the reasons I only put 2 articles in this week's edition of The Filter, is that this SEO expert's prediction is a big one, but it's well worth reading. Even if you just click the link and skim it, I can almost guarantee there'll be something that will catch your attention in there. These emails and predictions, these articles and predictions can be a bit naff depending on the source, but this is from a really good source and they're talking to people who are up to their eyeballs in SEO all the time and really know what they're talking about. So that's well worth looking at. Next up, it's the weekly reminder that James Kindred and I do an AMA and Ask Me Anything on LinkedIn every Wednesday at noon GMT. We had Phil McEwen as a guest this week and it was very good. Next up, we've got an article. I have been creating over 80 YouTube shorts and put them on the SEO website. I haven't really shouted about them much yet because I've been answering commonly asked questions around SEO, and I've put the short videos up and I'm now going through gradually expanding all the articles. I'm trying a new method of writing which you might be able to spot is slightly different. It's completely from me, but I'm trying dictation. I'm trying dictation and correction rather than just typing the whole thing. But you have to have a look and tell me what you think of the article. Finally, we had another brilliant guest on the SEO Untitled SEO podcast, a guy called Stuart Townsend, who has been a guest before. There's a few people who we've spoken to several times, and this is another, well, it's just a really good fun episode. Stuart's a fascinating person to talk to. He has been deep in app development and startups for many years, and his attitude to communication and sales is really, really good. But there's quite an interesting chunk of this podcast where we talk about the importance of putting prices on your website, which we now do at SEO, and I'm yet to find any other SEO agencies who do that. Finally, just a little meme, just for fun. And that's it. You've made it to the end of another episode of The Filter. Thank you for subscribing if you're a subscriber, and remember, if you're not a subscriber, you can fix that so easily. All you got to do is go to seo.io/thefilter. It's here. Cheers.